Hello. Hey, what's up guys? A few weeks ago you expressed a lot of interest in a Q&A and I told you guys that I would do it, and I'm sorry I'm just now getting around to it, but I looked through all the questions and I did not get one question that was workout specific. Not one. Nada. And every single one of these questions are more about me and my opinion on things, so I'm gonna feel pretty narcissistic doing this video. So just a warning, the next 10 minutes or so is going to be no earth-shattering information. It is just gonna be a little bit about myself. So if you guys are interested in that type of thing, then come on in. If not, can't say that I blame you.
You'll win somehow, so give up on the battle, baby. It's hard.
So I got all your questions printed off here. I'm just going to go in the order that they came in. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be able to get to all of them. I was not expecting to get as many as I did. However, there's a lot of overlap in some of these questions. So I'm going to consolidate a few here that I got a lot of. And the one that I really noticed was, what are my future goals for both my career as well as fitness related? So my career is pretty simple. I just want to keep on progressing. I don't want to get comfortable in my roles. I want to keep on taking more and more responsibility. And a lot of people say that that is not specific enough. I need to have a specific, I'm already messing up my words here, title in mind, but I am of the belief that I do not have that much control over my future. As weird as that sounds, I really believe that I'm gonna end up where I'm meant to be. And a lot of people will judge that. They'll say you're crazy if you are that spiritual or whatever you want to call it. But hey, that is just the type of person that I am, and over my past experiences, that is what I have found to be true. I would stress myself out because I really wanted to be in this certain position, and when that life path did not go exactly the way I planned, I would panic. And when in reality, everything has always ended up okay in the end and better than I would have planned. So that's my little spiel on that. Fitness, you guys know, I just want to hit a 500-pound deadlift. I would really like to bench 300 for a pause rep and squat 405 for 3 reps. So nothing too crazy there. I got a lot of tattoo questions, and that is not going to be addressed in this video. Maybe down the line, I don't know about that. We'll see, maybe. Another question I got a lot of is about the women. Why am I still single? Guys, don't you watch my videos? That is exactly why I'm still single. But it's another thing that I'm not trying to plan out. If it happens, I hope it does happen, then that is fine, but I'm not gonna go looking for it. That is just bad news waiting to happen. Amy Edwards, one of my good friends from Canada, left me a very good question. Have you ever felt left out lonely in your real life social groups because they don't do what you like to do, lift, track macros, etc.? And I bet some of you were wondering that same thing, or some of you might have experienced that. For me, it's not so bad, and let me tell you why. Because I don't hang out with people that are like me. I don't hang out with people that love going to the gym. I mean, they go to the gym because, you know, they're trying to pick up chicks or whatever, but they're not, you know, really into it like you and I are more than likely. They don't have YouTube channels dedicated to it, let's put it like that. But you have to understand that you and I, we're not normal. It is not normal to weigh food. It is not normal to love to be at the gym. And there's nothing good or bad about that. But the one thing that I don't expect is I don't expect them to adapt to me. The thing that I love about flexible dieting is it's just that. It's very flexible. So I can go out to eat wherever I want. I can make the gym fit in almost any schedule imaginable. And keep in mind, that is because I am not married and I do not have children, so I can still live very selfishly. So one of the biggest reasons I love going to the gym in the mornings is because I don't miss out on anything. There's nothing to do at 5 o'clock in the morning, trust me, besides go to the gym. And it works out very well, so then after work I can do whatever I want. I can go hang out with my friends, I can go to happy hour. Always fun. And I can do, you know, just about anything. So that is one of the reasons I don't really feel lonely or left out, even though I am interested in different things than my friends are. However, I can see where that might happen and that might occur. Another one I get a lot, both on the internet and in my everyday life: what is a chain on your neck and what does it mean? Well, obviously one of my biggest heroes in life is 2 Chainz. It's true.
True. Smoking California.
But in all seriousness, it's just my mom's initials. And the other question that I will get a lot is, well, why is there 4 letters there? My mother was a very stubborn Italian woman and would not give up her maiden name, so that is why you see the D before the S. And the question I want to ask you guys is, do you have any good ideas, or do you have any like design friends, or are you good at that kind of thing that you could design me a new one of this? I want something similar, but maybe just like a little bit nicer. I've worn this non-stop except for 1 week for 3 years. And I think for a lot of reasons, it's just time to retire it, but I would miss it if I didn't have it on. So if you guys have any ideas about that, please let me know. Wow, this is a pretty deep one. What things have you done / gone through that have contributed to who you are? I don't know how deep you guys want me to get here. You guys know I can go from rich homie to Travis FEELZ very, very quickly. But we'll see. We'll see what I can talk around here. So the reason that I am the way I am right now, the person that you're seeing on camera, is first and foremost because the way I was raised, the person that raised me, my mother and I are, we would be the exact same person. I mean, I'm just a younger version of her. It's almost a little bit sickening. We were extremely close. So moving on from that, how did I get to this goofy guy making a YouTube channel about lifting and eating a lot of food? Well, and honestly, alright, we're just gonna have a candid conversation, guys. So, when you lose someone you love, when you lose people that you love, I'll say for myself, I hit a point of rock bottom, and that's very, very relative. Understand that I have not come from a hard life. My life has been very good. It's been very good to me. I've been very blessed in this world. So my version of rock bottom was when I hit a state of apathy. So pain is not necessarily the worst feeling I've ever felt, in my opinion. Apathy, when I just didn't care about anything, which is very unlike me. I care about everything. I care about too much typically. So when I hit that state, you can kind of go one or two ways, right? You can either head downhill for the worst, you see people getting into drugs and crime and all that stuff, or you can just, excuse my language here, you can get your head out of your ass, which is what I needed to do because I was walking around the house moping like a little girl in my feelings, feeling bad for myself. So once I got that out of the way with, I just kind of turned into what you're looking at right now. And for me, hitting that point was the best thing that ever happened to me. Hitting the lowest point of my life was a blessing, and I think everyone should be thankful to go through that, as weird as that sounds, and I could probably make the whole video on this, but this has already been way too deep for a YouTube video. Why am I putting this on the internet? I might just cut it out anyway. We'll see. This question kind of piggybacks off that last question, so I'll answer, what inspired you to finally make the commitment of starting a YouTube channel? Well, I did a video on that, Your Channel is Stupid and My Selfish Reasons for Starting It, which you guys can go check out, which is where you should have left the questions, I think, or maybe you left it in a different video, I don't know. But kind of with all of that past history that I just kind of told you about, I kind of hit a point where I had nothing to lose, and my personality is to keep everything inside and let nobody else in. So putting myself on the internet is probably one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life, but I knew that I had to get outside of my comfort zone to make myself better, and I believe doing that has worked to a great degree. So even though I'm never going to be the best spoken, I still do not want everyone knowing my business. I don't want to be an internet celebrity, guys. That is not my goal. But actually taking the step to put myself out there has done a lot of good things for me. Another good question, when did going to the gym every day become normal to you instead of a chore? And that is an easy one, when I found a form of working out that I liked. So just because powerlifting is popular right now, that does not mean that you should jump into it, even if it's more optimal. I'm not saying that it is, but say that powerlifting training was the most optimal training style in terms of muscle strength and aesthetics. That doesn't mean you should do it, because if you don't like it, you're not going to stick to it. So find something that you enjoy. I don't care if it's yoga, racquetball, powerlifting, bodybuilding, whatever it is, find something that you can sustain. And that is the biggest advice I give to anyone, and that is why I don't try to push my views on other people. If people want to do, 25 reps of incline bench rather than 3 reps of flat bench, that's fine. If that is what you enjoy, go for it, my friends. Another FEELZ question, what is the thing you regret most in life? Well, I am not the type of person that's going to be like, I have no regrets in life, I've made the best decision every single time. Because I have regrets in life. There are things in this world that I regret. I would say the biggest thing that I probably regret is not saying things, not speaking up when I had the opportunity to. And now that those opportunities have passed, I'll never get to say them. So who knows what would have been the outcome if I had. But that is just one thing that I have to learn from and I have to get better from, in future situations. Alright, let's bring it down a little bit. You're stranded on an island. You can only pick one form of entertainment. LFO Summer Girls on repeat. Any Rich Homie Quan. A compilation of Brandon Campbell's corniest sexual innuendos. Or a picture of Ricotta. I don't know. I don't know. What tips do you have for finding entry-level jobs when you're in college or when you're in high school? Find an internship. I would say 90% of the time that internship will lead to a job either at that company or at a different company, because even coming out of college, they're going to want some kind of experience. Biggest tip I can give you. Final question from my friend Joe here. How much sleep do you get at night? What time do you go to sleep? I know you work out before work, but you seem energetic no matter what. Even if you go out with coworkers after work, do you take any sleep supplements? Guys, I suck at sleep. I am not in the position to be giving you sleep advice. I try to get 7 hours. Sometimes that turns into 6. 6.5 is kind of a sweet spot for me. It's not something that I'm that good at. I would say sleep is very dependent on you. I feel like I don't need as much sleep. I do not need 8 hours of sleep. That is just too much for me. So find what you operate well on. I feel like a lot of people, if they just give it some time, can operate on less sleep than they are currently getting. I mean, people that sleep like 9 hours a day. What are you doing sleeping 9 hours a day? How do you do that? But yeah, did I answer everything? Yeah, and if I'm energetic, it's just because I really like coffee a lot. I don't know. But I think I've talked for too long in this video. If you guys like these Q&As, let me know. This was probably the easiest type of video I've ever recorded. Probably the least amount of editing I'm ever going to have to do. So if you guys enjoy it, let me know. I can do more of these if I didn't answer your question. I got to most of them, but I do apologize. So please like this video if you enjoyed it. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks for taking the time to watch, and I'll talk to you guys next time.